the position that he was in. The battle's going back down into cave and probably into mid next. Now we have Shinji holding cave. Now Pai joins him. Now Shinji abandons cave. Very long battle going on here. Both players seeming to have a very hard time hitting each other. Pai is fed up with it, trying to move the fight onto ramp. Shinji says, "No, I could take some more of this." Pai goes back down in mid and gets taken out by Shinji, bringing the score 4-3. Shinji was the favorite coming into this match, but Pai is proving to be a formidable opponent. Battle moving into the tight quarters of cave. Shinji deep in cave. Pai's taking the bait. This is a very off-the-wall tactic by Shinji. He hasn't tried that in any of the other matches yet, but nothing comes out of it. It looks like Shinji's hit. Shinji has upper hand at ramp, but does not take advantage. Now Pai trying to try his luck on ramp. Shinji refusing to chase him. And now Shinji gets struck down by Pai, bringing the score 5-3, Pai's lead. Pai taunting Shinji now. And somebody needs to fix their mouse. It looks like Pai needs to fix his mouse. Pai is ready. And Shinji should be ready too. Both players are apologizing for being so damn boring. Shinji actually has a physical hand injury inhibiting his movement, while Pai seems to be having problems with his hardware, his mouse. Oh, Shinji falls off a cliff, but it looks like he does not take damage. Or at least they're staying in combat here. The fight moves over to cliff. Still, both players having a real hard time scoring any hits. But now Pai gets struck down by Shinji, bringing the score 5-4. Nearly a tie game. It looks like this battle might go the distance. This is the championship fight. The winner of this wins the whole tournament. I was also in this tournament, but I got eliminated in the first match of the entire tournament. By Shinji, no less. But now we have Pi with 5, Shinji with 4. Ambush taking place. Pi again in ambush position. Drops down on Shinji, but Shinji falls back, and now Shinji has the upper hand on ramp. Pi is cautious coming up. Shinji still with the upper hand, but gets pushed all the way back on the runway and makes the leap onto Cliff. Pi in close pursuit. They try to embrace at the lip there during the jump, but no dice. Now the fight's taking place on Cliff. Shinji trying a lot of warping for that small space there. Luring Pi into it, and it looks like Pi gets hit. Shinji's hit too. One more hit and somebody's going down. Oh, we have a double kill. Both players die. Both players advance in kills by 1, bringing the score 6-5. Pi up on Cliff, and he could perform an ambush from there. It's a lot harder to make that jump from Cliff onto ramp to perform that ambush. But he's waiting for Shinji, who pulls out fists on runway. Shinji wants to adjust his mouse settings in the middle of the match. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea, but he's going for it. Shinji says that he's ready to go again. And now eventually Shinji's going to make the jump, and Pi tries to get him at the lip. I don't think that he scored a hit there though. Pi all over Shinji, but Pi gets hit there. You have Pi with the green saber, Shinji with the red. The score 6-5, Pi's lead. And Pi goes down, bringing the score to a tie game, 6-6. Pi brings the battle straight back into Cliff after claiming hacks. And now Shinji's had enough of Cliff and falls back down into mid. Shinji hanging out in the water trying to lure Pi in. Shinji going up ramp, looking for an ambush, but getting pushed back all the way into runway, and makes the jump on a cliff in close pursuit as Pi. Pi all over Shinji again. Shinji falls back. He can't take the heat on Cliff. Pi calls Shinji a faggot. Pi says, "Face me." Shinji is unfazed by all the homophobic slurs being sent his way by Pi. And Shinji confusing Pi with a fake jump there, but doesn't make the jump at all in the end, and instead taunts Pi. Let's see who's going to have the balls here. Shinji is at a great disadvantage with this jump. So he shows the balls to make the jump, but no scores are landed. The score still tied 6-6. Pi with the green saber, Shinji with the red. And Shinji goes for the ambush over there on ramp, but gets no hit. Battle goes back down in the mid. Shinji trying to protect the lip there, but Pai's not going for it. Battle back on the ramp with Pi having the upper hand. Shinji falls back down into mid. Taunting Pi back down into cave. And then Shinji gets hit and dies in cave, bringing it to 7-6, Pai's lead. Shinji lights up on cliff. And let's see if Pi makes this jump. Pi goes for the fake. Shinji trying to capitalize on the jump, but nobody gets hit. Pi dangerously close to the ledge on cliff, but doesn't fall. And it looks like Shinji got hit in that exchange. He's probably going to play even more cautiously now. Especially since Pi has the lead 7-6. We have Pi with the green saber, Shinji with the red saber, making the flying leap off cliff onto ramp. Close pursuit is Pi. That might not work out for Pi though, because this is where Shinji likes to battle. Pi realizes it though and hangs back. And we have another double kill taking place during the ambush on ramp, bringing the score 8-7. Pai's lead still. Shinji waiting for the ambush on ramp, drops down. He may have scored a hit there. Close combat in ramp, but now Pi has the lead. Excuse me. Pi has the lead. He has the upper hand, and he also has the lead, 8-7. And he's bringing the fight down into mid. Shinji again dancing with Pi. Controlling the flow of the battle really has an effect on your opponent. When he has to follow you where you want to go, it doesn't really matter where he's going as long as he has to be the one following you and you're in control of the battle. It just takes him out of his element and makes it harder for him to pull his tactics. Close battle happening here on runway now. Shinji falling back so he doesn't get ambushed off of runway on ramp. Battle going back down into mid. And again, Shinji dancing. Going back and forth between mid and cave. We're deep in cave now, going up ramp, and Pi gets taken out by Shinji with again having the upper hand on ramp. The score is now tied 8-8. Pi bringing the battle straight back onto runway, trying to make the jump on the cliff, but fails and falls down. That might have injured him. Yes, it did injure him. Pi pulls out his gun but doesn't fire because this is not a guns tournament. Pi makes the leap uncontested by Shinji. And now Shinji falls back off of cliff, back onto ramp. Again, ramp has been working out for Shinji in this battle just like it did versus Beef. Cliff seems to be going Pai's way, and since Shinji's playing defensive, he's not going to want to fight on cliff. Now Shinji has the upper hand on ramp. Pai's bringing it to him. He's playing cautiously though. And Shinji gets pushed back onto runway. But Pi doesn't realize it. But now Pi advances, and we're back at the standoff at the jump between cliff and runway. Pi makes the jump on the cliff, uncontested again. It looks like Shinji's breaking out primary attacks here, something that we haven't seen him do the entire tournament. Really confusing Pi. Pi must not know what the hell to expect now, except for the one thing that you can count on is Shinji will run. Close combat in ramp, but nobody scores. Pi in ambush territory, very dangerous.